Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. Today is Sunday for us, so I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. In today's video, I know it looks like it should be a clean with me, I know, but it's actually a organize of my spice drawer and 2 cabinets in my kitchen. I will be picking up in here because I couldn't work in a space like this. This is just too messy. And you guys will actually see everything from underneath my sink is pulled out, and on top of the counter we had a small leak in one of our faucets and we had to find out where that was coming from. So I got to put all of that back, clean up some in here. Right now I was kind of bouncing back and forth between picking up a little bit and then I was going to be making some dinner, picking up again, and then tonight I'm going to be working on the spice drawer, and tomorrow those 2 cabinets right in front of you. My sister-in-law got us that Tupperware and some glass spice jars, so I'm really excited to do all that in my kitchen today. 2021 was just really crazy, so going into 2022 I just want to take some time and go through my home little by little over the next couple weeks, couple months, and just clean and organize some spaces in my house to just, add some calmness and clarity and just, control the small things in this new year that I couldn't control a lot last year. So with all the craziness in the world happening, but my buddy Marley here is ready to help me tackle this kitchen, tackle my spice drawer, my cabinet. So I hope I'll motivate you guys to get something done in your house today, and let's get started.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go.
Okay, so like I had mentioned, I know my kitchen is extremely messy, but today is not a clean with me video. I still, however, did want to put stuff away that was on my counters, put everything back underneath my sink that we had to take out to fix the leak. We had actually gone to Costco. I don't know if it was this day or the day prior, but we still had some stuff out that we needed to put back, so wanted to get all that stuff put away as well, just so when I do start projects, I start with a somewhat clean area. And I do know that I needed the island for the most part cleaned because I was going to take all the spices out, lay them out on the island, so I did need at least the island clean and clear of all the items that were there. Okay, so I finished as many dishes as I could fit in the dishwasher. Everything else left in the sink will have to wait. I did want to get started on my spice drawer because I didn't know how long it was going to take me, and I was just really excited to start it. So this is what it looks like. I do keep my spices for the most part in alphabetical order, except for the top row and some of the little ones. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty organized, but I did want that nice uniform look when I opened my spice drawer. Just a personal preference. So here are the glass jars I got for Christmas, and they're really cool because they did come with a funnel, so I can pour each spice into the jar, and then the little plastic piece for the top, and of course the lids. First thing I'm going to do is take all the spices out of my drawer, and then I'm going to vacuum it up and use my Jaws multi-surface or multi-purpose cleaner in the lavender scent to wipe out the drawer. I really like this cleaner. It's actually one of my favorite Jaws products.
was out of use. Now every day, every night, every moment with you, I'm walking on air. And every day, every way, I feel I can't lose.
Okay, so this is how it's going. This is how they look so far. I absolutely love them. I love the way that the labels on the bottles look. It's exactly what I wanted when I was thinking about redoing my spice drawer. So these are the ones that I have left. If you guys are thinking about doing something like this to your spice drawer, one thing that I wish I would have done looking back on this whole process is I actually would have purchased, I've seen on Amazon they have a pack of the funnels, like 2 or 3 of them. I think it was cheap, like $8 to $10, but I probably would have bought another pack of the funnels because that's what was taking the longest time. When I would do a spice, I would have to wash or rinse out and dry the funnel depending on what it was, just because I didn't want the residue in the funnel from one spice to another to mix. And I didn't think about that when I thought about doing this project. So if you guys plan on doing this, I would highly recommend getting another pack. And then maybe having somebody help you. I would have had Mark or Emma help me, and maybe as I used one, they could have washed the other ones and it would have just kept it going, because that was the most time consuming thing in the whole process. I'm guessing it would have made this like half the length of time it took me to do if I would have just had one funnel constantly, you know, to work with, like a clean one. So that is something to think about if you guys want to do this yourselves.
Oh, baby, good at thinking out loud, but not too good at keeping promises. No. Oh, did you fool yourself enough to be proud? Oh, baby, good at thinking. Even though your mama told you be the best that you can, she never warned you for the monsters dancing in your head, the devil on your shoulder strung you up on a thread. But I don't need to tell you, hey.
Okay, so I ended up being left with about 15 jars that I didn't use. I don't know if I mentioned, but I did get the labels for the spice jars on Amazon as well. So this is what my drawer looks like. I am so happy with how it turned out. It looks so nice, so pretty, just visually pleasing when you open up a spice drawer. So I'm very happy with it. It was worth the time. These are just the spices on top that didn't have a label. Side note, that Traeger veggie rub is absolutely delicious. We use it almost every day. And these are the Trader Joe's spices that we use as well that didn't have a label. I know I can make my own if I wanted to, but I don't know if it's worth adding it to the drawer because we don't use those that often. So I'll just keep those up there. But I really love the way it turns out. It looks so nice. And like I said, very uniform and just, you know, very pleasing to look at when you open the drawer. And I can't wait for somebody to come over and just open my spice drawer. It's just very nice to look at. So we're done for today. It took me about 2 to 2.5 hours, but happy with the results, and on to tomorrow to tackle my 2 cabinets in the kitchen and putting those away as well.
Feeling sorry, it's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil
Alright, so it is the next day and I'm putting all the spice jars that I didn't use in the cabinet above the refrigerator, and I could not believe that I caught myself on camera almost dropping a spice jar. It's hilarious for me because I am horrible with catching things, and to think that I caught a glass spice jar from dropping and breaking on the floor is just, I couldn't believe that. So anywho, again, it's the next day. My goal today is the 2 cabinets on the left side of our refrigerator. You see on the right side we have that pantry. That for the most part I feel is pretty organized. I do want to go through it eventually, but I do want to organize the 2 cabinets on the left side of the fridge. I got some of the Rubbermaid Brilliance Tupperware for Christmas and bought some pantry labels that look like the labels that I got for my spice jars. I got those on Amazon as well. So I'm going to be taking everything out of those 2 cabinets, combining things in the Tupperware, labeling it, you know, hopefully not too much is expired, and just go through it and see, you know, what we can put in the Tupperware.
It was a Thursday night when I first saw you. Those green eyes caught me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you.
So here's all the Tupperware that I got. Everything is clean and dry. I probably won't be putting anything in the really small ones today. Those will probably just go in my Tupperware drawer. But yeah, these are the ones that we have, and this is the first cabinet that I'm going to be working on. This is that cabinet we have where we do store like our rice in there, and we mean to put it in there, but everything else we just throw it in there. It's stuff that when we come home from the grocery store, if we don't have room for it or we don't know where to put it, it just kind of gets shoved in this cabinet. And I really want this space to be a more functional space where we know what's in there, we have things in there for a purpose, and it's just not like a catch-all. And I feel that that's how more things go bad and things, you know, they become expired because you don't know what's in there. So if I can clean it out in a way to see everything that's in the back, you know, putting the Tupperware in order of height, I'll know what I have, I'll know what I don't have, and then it will just be a more useful cabinet for us.
But you see the real me. Since I let you in under my skin, I'm more free than I have ever been. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed every day.
Alright, so everything is out of that cabinet. I did need to move the shelf up a little bit higher for some of the taller Tupperwares to fit, but this is everything that was in there. See, these are all the bags of rice that we have that I want to combine into one Tupperware. Those are the all the bags of chips that we had under there. Some of them in the back I didn't even know that we had. So again, I hope not too many things are expired, but these are the labels. They look very similar to the spice jar labels that I bought. Again, I got these on Amazon, and we're gonna go ahead and combine everything and see if we can actually make more room in the cabinet and not have so many random things in there.
No, I am not the same. Everything has changed every day. 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running, yeah, every day. 24/7, yeah, every day. I will come running, babe.
I'm restless, so give me something to do, yeah. I can't stay here because I need to dance. Jump around and show them how I move. Everybody will be on me, wanna join me when I take a shot. I'll be the center of attention like I was some kind of astronaut. Cause I'm shooting for the moon tonight, and party. If someone's pouring up a drink, I'm calling shawty. I'm gonna find a crown so I can put it on me.
Alright, so one thing I decided to do was we actually have 2 of these corner Lazy Susan cabinets, and I decided to take the big jugs of oil that we have out of those corner cabinets and put it in this one, since this cabinet pretty much sits on the ground. I noticed that when I spun the Lazy Susans, they were always off balance and you can just feel the weight of the oil. So I don't know why I never thought of putting the jugs of oil in here before. It feels so much better now. There's a lot less weight when you spin the little tables right there. So I took those out, and in this corner cabinet I do have like our baking supplies. You can see I have like our sugar, our flour, breadcrumbs, cornmeal, stuff like that. I put these items in the Rubbermaid containers with the labels already, just to see if I would really like the way that they looked, and I did. So I did want to have the same look in my cabinet. So I'm going to finish putting the oil in there. I'm going to put the rest of the bags of the chips in there. I put the rice in there already. The only rice container we did not have a label for was our Japanese rice, so I'll probably have to order one of those as well, or just do without. But I really like the way this looks. I can see what's in there. It's more, it's more functional, more useful. And now I'm going to take everything out of the top cabinets. Now this one, if you look at it, it does look very organized. I did organize it. I bought bins for it, and just put things in the same containers. But I did want that Tupperware labeled look when I opened the cabinet. So again, just a personal preference thing. So I'm going to take everything out. I don't think too many things, if anything, are expired in this cabinet. We usually rotate through everything in here pretty often. But the same thing, I'm just going to see what Tupperware I want to go where, see if I have to move any shelves, and kind of go through all that stuff right now.
Didn't even see me gaze yesterday. Feeling every day like I'm going insane. Cause you and I are something I wish for every day. So I hope you look my way, but yeah, she didn't even see me gaze yesterday. Cause I know I am nobody to ya, and it feels just like you want me to go now. But I hope you slow it down, hope you slow it down. Cause what I really need like that. Like me like that. Just like that. Like me like that. Oh, like me like that. Just like that. Just like that. Like me like that. Like me like that. Just like that. Slow it down. Oh, 'cause I know I am nobody to you. Nobody to you. Feels just like you want me to go. Just like you want me to go. But I hope you slow it down. Hope you slow it down. 'Cause what I really need is your time. So will you like me like that? Will you like me like that? Just like that. Just like that. Like me like that. Like me like that. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Like me like that. No, just like that. No, like me like that.
All right, so after I combined everything in its Tupperware that we had multiple boxes of, here I am just putting it back in the cabinets. And I did have to move one of the shelves up because one of the plastic containers was just too big. I also wanted to say that I don't ever, if at all possible, I don't throw anything away. So, you know, my pantry before, it was really organized, you know, for what it was. But those plastic bins, I don't want anyone to think that I just redo something and throw items away. I am all about recycling, reusing, finding a new home for, finding a new purpose for. So every container that I had in here, it was reused if it wasn't in this cabinet somewhere else. So I didn't just throw those clear bins away. Those were fairly new, probably a year old. So everyone was actually used in this cabinet, maybe one wasn't used. So just wanted to throw that out there. But I'm just putting everything back in the cabinet. Clearly the stuff that I don't use that often is gonna go on the top shelf. I am 4'10", so it's a struggle getting anything past that middle shelf that I can't grab the bottom of. So putting everything back in, and just like the spice drawer, I really love the way it turned out. Everything just looks so much more neat and more uniform, and I just, you know, I like it. When I open my cabinets, it looks nice to me. It makes me happy. I'm stuck inside so much these days. It's the little things, right? It's just the little things these days. So I hope you guys find a small project in your house, maybe 2 or 3, that you guys can do while, again, we're indoors more and just trying to make 2022 the best that I can in any way that we can, right? So here are the containers I have left over. We don't particularly like angel hair pasta, so I will be giving that away. I'm not going to throw it away, so gonna find that a new home. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video of this 2-day project in my kitchen with me. And if you guys like videos like this, I hope you'll consider subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.